Today on Eagle Nation News, Lauren Womack tries the new Popeyes sandwich. What makes it so much better than Chick-fil-A?
Grant Johnson highlights the recent blackout pep rally. What parts were the most exciting?
And finally, Maggie Hale is in studio recapping the Prosper volleyball matchup against Naaman Forest. Are the Eagles on the road to state?
Eagle Nation News starts
right now. Good afternoon, Eagle Nation. Today is Tuesday, November 5th. I'm Brenna Gibbons.
And I'm Mason Moomey. Popeyes had recently come out with their newest sandwich, which is said to be better than Chick-fil-A's. To test out this theory, we send it over to Lauren Womack with your Talent Talk, sponsored by Corbridge Orthodontics.
Last night, during the Dallas Cowboys game, a black cat made its way onto the field and scored a 50-yard touchdown. Now, most people think black cats are a sign of bad luck, but for the Cowboys, their luck changed as they ended up winning the game 37-18. Now, yesterday on ENN, Nate Tompkins talked about the Popeyes chicken sandwich coming back. Today, we will be trying the sandwich. Thank you. It's pretty good. I don't think it's as good as the Chick-fil-A, but make sure you take our poll on Twitter and let us know if you think the Popeyes or the Chick-fil-A sandwich is better. Back to you guys at the desk.
Quentin Alonzo spent 17 years behind bars for a murder he did not commit. He was found guilty based on false evidence, which included an eyewitness testimony who falsely identified him as the killer. The Criminal Court of Appeals declared him as innocent on October 2nd, and the Dallas District Attorney's Office dismissed the cases against him this past Friday.
10 years ago, a man from Iceland bought a meal from the last remaining McDonald's in his area. That meal was never eaten, but rather set on a live stream to see how long it would take to decompose. The meal consists of a burger and fries and currently sits in the National Museum of Iceland since 2012. This meal has not shown any signs of decomposition since it was bought, and the man who purchased the meal says his reason for not eating the burger and fries right away was so he could test the rumor he heard about McDonald's food not decomposing. His theory so far has proven to be right.
Late Monday, a teenager from Mansfield was on his way home from swim practice when he noticed an orange glow coming from an open garage door at his neighbor's home. After further inspection, the teen realized that it was fire, and after repeatedly knocking and ringing on the neighbor's doorbell, he ran home to call 911. A few minutes later, he went back to the home and noticed the fire had spread and there was a significant amount of smoke coming from the house. After what was said to be a split-second decision, the teen ran into the burning home and rescued an 11-year-old boy who was found sleeping on the couch, unaware of what was happening around him. The blackout pep rally was this past Friday. Grant Johnson attended and has the highlights.
When we return, Maggie Hale will be in studio with more on the volleyball's recent win.
Stay tuned.
We are open before and after school, during Eagle Time, and during all lunches.
We offer chips, candy, drinks, and also spiritware. Come to the Eagle Shack!
Now we send it to Maggie Hale with your Game Time Sports Update.
Last night, the volleyball team came out victorious in a sweep against Naaman Forest. They will play Sashi on either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, but let's hope for Thursday so we can have a big crowd at the volleyball and football games this week. This weekend, Florida State's Willie Taggart was fired. Not only is this firing named the second largest buyout in college football history, But quite honestly, it's a huge mess. To begin to understand this, you're going to need the background information. Taggart came in at a point in time where FSU genuinely needed him. Jimbo Fisher left the team for the head coaching position at A&M. Previously, Taggart coached at Oregon, South Florida, and Western Kentucky. Knowing that, we fast forward 2 years to the present where he's fired. What happened within those 2 years? Well, not much winning, to say the least. Last year, FSU went 5-7, which meant they would miss their first bowl game since 1981. Already on thin ice, the Seminoles' 4-5 record and a loss to in-state rival, the Miami Hurricanes, would seal Willie Taggart's fate. But the craziest part might just be that he allegedly was bought out by donors. A source close to ESPN claims that $20 million was raised with private donations to cover Taggart's buyout. However, a Florida State official denies any such claims. What's next for Florida State? There are some coaches in speculation, but the jury's still out. We do know that Odell Haggins will serve as the interim head coach, just like in 2017. If you want to hear more sports like this, be sure to tune in every day for your Sports of the Week. Back to you guys at the desk.
NASCAR was brought to Fort Worth this past Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for their fall race. This race gave the top 8 drivers the opportunity to gain points and continue their chase in playoffs. Christopher Bell took the Xfinity race win on Saturday, and Kevin Harvick ended up winning the Monster Energy race on Sunday night. Not only did Harvick automatically advance into the final race in Miami, Florida, but he is also now tied with Tony Stewart for the most NASCAR wins of all time. All the drivers ahead of him have retired, so it should be interesting to see how high Harvick will get on the list before he chooses to retire himself. Now we send it to Julia Bizayan with your Fast Forecast.
Thank you, Brenna. The current temperature is 58 degrees and cloudy with 5-mile-an-hour winds, but it feels just slightly warmer at 59 degrees. As for the rest of the week, it will be cloudy with some rain until Thursday. However, that won't affect the temperatures as much as they will still be in the 60s. With your Fast Forecast, I'm Julia Bizayan. Back to you guys at the desk.
That's all the time we have for you today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Mason Moomey.
And I'm Brenna Gibbons. Live long and prosper.